Hi! This week's badge is called the Yes Badge, and it's all about Mary, the mother of Jesus. I'm sure you've heard her story before, particularly around Christmas time, about how the angel came to visit her and tell her that she was going to be having God's baby. Must have been pretty scary for Mary, mustn't it? Sometimes we find things scary too, don't we? Maybe there's something that you're worried about. But you know, if we ask God, then he'll be with us and look after us. And things aren't nearly so scary when we're doing them with somebody else. So, this week there are 6 activities. Remember, you need to do at least 3 to earn your badge. But if you want to do all 6, go wild, have fun, that's fine too. So our activities this week, the first one is to make a piece of artwork around the word yes. You might want to do it on a piece of paper and draw yes and decorate it. You might want to do it outside using sticks and leaves and things that you find in the garden, or to draw it with chalk on the patio, or you might want to make it out of Lego, however you fancy. The second one is to make some star biscuits. See if you can find out where the star features in Mary's story. There's some ideas on our Pinterest page about how to make them with stained glass middles. The next 3 activities are all about setting things in motion. When Mary said yes to God, she set into motion a whole series of events that allowed God to put into place his great rescue plan. We'll be hearing more about that when we do our hero badge later in the summer. So the first one is to make some sort of marble run, ball run, or a domino rally out of things that you find around the house. There's loads of ideas on our Pinterest page. Go and have a look. Have a great time. Enjoy doing your activities. Stay tuned for the story of Mary and the angel who came to visit her.
Zonda Kids presents the Jesus Storybook Bible. Every story whispers his name. Written by Sally Lloyd-Jones and read by David Suchet. Everything was ready. The moment God had been waiting for was here at last. God was coming to help his people just as he promised in the beginning. But how would he come? What would he be like? What would he do? Mountains would have bowed down, seas would have roared, trees would have clapped their hands. But the earth held its breath. As silent as snow falling, he came in. And when no one was looking, in the darkness, he came. There was a young girl who was engaged to a man named Joseph. Joseph was the great-great-great-great-great-grandson of King David. One morning, this girl was minding her own business when suddenly a great warrior of light appeared, right there in her bedroom. He was Gabriel, and he was an angel, a special messenger from heaven. When she saw the tall, shining man standing there, Mary was frightened. "You don't need to be scared," Gabriel said. "God is very happy with you." Mary looked around to see if perhaps he was talking to someone else. "Mary," Gabriel said, and he laughed with such gladness that Mary's eyes filled with sudden tears. "Mary, you're going to have a baby, a little boy. You will call him Jesus. He is God's own son. He's the one. He's the rescuer. The God who flung planets into space and kept them whirling around and around. The God who made the universe with just a word. The one who could do anything at all, was making himself small and coming down as a baby." Wait, God was sending a baby to rescue the world? "But it's too wonderful," Mary said, and felt her heart beating hard. "How can it be true?" "Is anything too wonderful for God?" Gabriel asked. So Mary trusted God more than what her eyes could see, and she believed. "I'm God's servant," she said. "Whatever God says, I will do." Sure enough, it was just as the angel had said. 9 months later, Mary was almost ready to have her baby.